Today we will install locks on a Toyota Proace. The body is the same on a Proace as it is on a Peugeot Expert, a Citrôen Jumpy, and also an Opel Vivaro from 2020 and onwards. The Fiat Scudo also has the same body. When it comes to the installation height on this vehicle, we always place the lock at the bottom of the window on the rear door. It is possible to install it higher up if desired, but then we cannot use the through bolt for the final fastening. Therefore, we recommend that the lock is placed at the bottom of the left rear door. On the side door of this vehicle, the installation height is also strictly determined to place the lock at the bottom of the window. This is because there is more space for the screws that go all the way through, and if we move higher up, that space disappears. So we will place the lock at the bottom of the side door. When we attach the drilling template to the rear door, we move it 3 mm to the left on the opening door. That is to say, we do not place black lines to the edge, but instead we move it halfway through the gray area so that it comes inward 3 mm above the edge of the door leaf to create space for the screws that go through. So we don't place the black line on the edge. Instead, we move it a little to the left and stick it at the bottom. We mark the holes that we are not going to drill on the rear door. On the side door, we also mark the holes that should not be drilled. We move 2 mm to the left on the end plate of the rear door. We drill a little below the line for the final lock. We do this to compensate when the bearings on the vehicle wear out and the door hangs. Drill in a consistent and uniform manner on each and every one of them. In the middle of the opening door, on the side door, cut the drilling templates so that the doors can be opened. Use a smaller drill and pre-drill. Drill through the outer plate and the reinforced plate behind on the right rear door. Open the right rear door before you drill on the left rear door to avoid breaking through to the pillar. Drill the outer plate of the body on the side door. Open the side door before you drill the other holes. Drill all 4 holes on the side door completely through. Drill the 3rd hole from the top to 6.5. Mem all the way through the pillar to the inside of the vehicle. Drill the 2 outer holes on the left rear door to 6.5 mm through. To complete this task, carefully drill all 4 holes located on the side door. Each hole must be drilled precisely to a diameter of 6.5 mm. Ensure accuracy by verifying measurements and alignment before drilling. This attention to detail is crucial for proper fitment and to avoid potential issues. Drill all 4 holes on the body for the side door to 9 mm, only through the outer plate. Drill the remaining 3 holes on the right rear to 9 mm. Drill through the outer plate and the reinforced plate, but not through the pillar. Drill the middle hole on the left rear door to 9 mm. Just behind the outer panel, there is a cable that runs inside the door. Drill very carefully. Drill the hole on the left rear door at the far left too, 7.5 mm, only through the outer plate. Take out the drill template for the cable and stick it on the inside of the pole so that the middle hole is positioned between the two holes at the height we already have. So on the inside of the pole, on the left rear door, and so that this hole is positioned in between the two that we already have. Take a center punch and center punch in the middle of all three holes. Start by pre-drilling with a smaller drill in the outer sheet at all three holes. Change the drill to 7mm and drill all three holes to 7.0. Be careful not to have a breakthrough that causes the drill to go through and make an impression on the outer sheet. Drill carefully. Use a countersink or manual deburring tool and deburr all the holes. Spray cavity wax into all cavities, that is, all the holes that lead into the body, not the narrow through holes. Paint all surfaces with rust protection primer or a salmon-colored pin. Use the long split rivet for fastening in the left rear door. There is a cable back here that is in the way. Push the rivet in at an angle and move it aside. Push the rivet in while pressing so that it comes together. When pressing the split rivet, it is important that it expands like an X and not like a plus. If it comes out as a plus, one arm from the split rivet will end up in the 7.5mm hole, which blocks the through passage on the base plate. Since we have a reinforced plate behind the right rear door, we use the short-ribbed split rivet in the two upper holes and the hole at the bottom. On the side door, we use the long split rivet in all four holes on the body. Replace the grommet on the pliers with M5 and slide on the small M59, which is knurled, and secure it in the upper and lower hole on the inside of the pole on the left rear door. Take a thread locking compound that is weak or medium strength. Use strong Loctite. Carefully apply a small amount in all holes. Take out the black covers and stick them on the car. Follow the hole drilling. Take a shim, 2 screws with a ball head, and secure them in the upper and lower holes of the right rear door. Also take out a shim and 2 screws with balls in the head for the side door, and secure them in the upper and lower rivet. For the back door, we take an end cap, a long screw that is 70 millimeters, and a short 25 millimeters screw, both with countersunk screw heads. Pass the long screw through the bottom hole in the end cap, right through the post, and secure it with the short one into the rivet. On the right back door, we encounter a black rubber, a small washer, and a large nut. Carefully cut off the excess part of the screw. For the side door, we take an end cap, 2 screws that are 25 mm long with a countersunk head, and secure them with the rivets. For the back door, we carefully remove a shim, a base plate, a screw that is 20 mm long with a countersunk head, place the lock in the pocket, and thread the emergency wire through the base plate and shim, just like that. Pass the wire through the outer hole on the left back door so that it comes out of the middle hole on the inside of the post. Insert the plate with the countersunk screw. Do not tighten too much, as the lock should slide behind. Tighten just enough so that there is a little flex and some stiffness in it. When we are going to fit the lock, we manually lock the lock bowl with our finger, close the left back door there, place the lock to the left of the base plate. Press with a strong hand to push it in from behind. When we have the handle on the back, we pull the lock sideways. Make sure to keep the cable taut while doing this, ensuring it functions properly. Check that the cable is functioning. Take out 2 screws with balls in the heads and 2 small washers and secure them on the inside of the door. Take out the red emergency cable and open the gold-colored nipple, approximately 8 full turns to the left. Thread it through the small hole on the back, up and down slightly in the gold-colored nipple. Apply force when it is not an open blow. You can pull the wire through in one direction, but it cannot be reversed. If it has been pulled too far forward, you can press down the gold-colored nipple with a screwdriver. This will open it so that you can retract the band. When the lock is in the locked position, you can easily and gently pull the button towards the inside of the post, and then it is completely and perfectly adjusted. Then close the nipple by turning it to the right half a turn at a time. Be careful not to pinch the cable. Take 2 small M5 screws with countersunk heads and secure the emergency cable with them. Cut the wire at the top. Take out a base plate and cut off the heel of the side door. Take out the shims, base plate, 2 screws with countersunk heads that are 20 mm long, 2 small washers, and 2 large nuts for securing the base plate to the side door. Tighten the screws so that 1.5 threads pass through the large nut behind. Take out a lock without emergency supplies. Manually lock the piston with your finger. Place the lock to the right of the plate. Press with your left hand on the outside to push out the base plate so that it slides behind. Once that is done, pull the lock sideways. Simply unlock the lock with the key after you have grown tired of it. Take out 2 screws with a cooling head and small washers and secure them at the back. Test that the lock functions as it should. Blow clean surfaces of the car when you are finished with compressed air. Lubricate the locks with CRCS lock oil.